Hey everybody, welcome to another exciting edition of SaaS TearDown. And this time I wanted to go through a company called DocSend. And this company definitely caught our attention recently because of this. We're looking at their ad spend here in SEMrush, and a couple of months ago it just exploded. So you can see that these numbers may not be accurate, but the trend is almost certainly accurate. DocSend has gone from spending maybe a few thousand a month and sometimes even less to suddenly just going into a six-figure a month ad spend in paid search. So what happened here? Because they got acquired by Dropbox right here in March. And for the next several months, they spent next to nothing in paid search. So maybe they were just getting things ready. But sometime around June, July, or actually really during the month of July, it just exploded. They got something going, and now something must really be working. I want to try to unpack this. I want to try to figure out what's going on here, and let's dive into it. So let's start with their homepage. So for those of you who don't know, DocSend is an extremely useful tool that allows you to convert classic attachments like PDFs that your teams might be sending out to customers or prospects or even, who knows, investors internally, to convert all that into links that can make these documents trackable. So it's bringing a whole layer of intelligence and analytics and tracking to documents. So it's a really hot space. It makes a whole lot of sense that they were acquired by a company like Dropbox, and I hope that works out. So right away, what I notice here is I generally tune into the CTAs above the fold. This is one of the first things I always look for. And I can see three primary CTAs. Get started for free, which indicates that there's a product-led growth motion going on here, most likely. And then I go up at the top right, and that's also where I generally expect the CTA buttons to be positioned. And I see two CTA buttons, Get Demo, and again, start a free trial. So let's just check the Get Demo first. And this is exactly what I would expect. Give us some information. Let's schedule a call. We're going to take you through a demo. And most likely they want to reserve this motion for big enterprise leads, for the big fish. So they're asking for a little more than typically you would expect. Like, how would you plan to use DocSend? This is really interesting here because if you identify yourself by your well, really by the department that you work in or the area of the business, then that demo can certainly be tailored to you. If, let's say, you're in the accounting department, that's a different type of document that you might be sharing. I really do like the addition of this question. And in fact, I would really hope that this drop-down menu would also appear in product-led growth as well, because hopefully they're thinking about maybe assigning some different type of projected lifetime values to people based on, maybe based on the type of use case. So anyway, we'll come back to that later, but this is a fairly classic ABM motion. I like it. It's designed to generate sales qualified leads for sales teams. And I assume they really hope that these are going to be enterprise people coming in since they're going to be high touch sales. Now let's dive into the product-led growth motion right here. Get started for free. So full disclosure, I have not done this before. What I'm going to do right now is going to be in real time, and I don't know what's going to happen. So let's just sign up right now. And I'm going to sign up with my Google account. Here we go, work account. And, oh, okay. So this is already getting really interesting. I like what I'm seeing. I see a process with 3 steps: personalize, invite my team, and then extensions. Okay, so this is not going to be a quick process. This is something where they're going to collect first-party data here so that they can personalize my experience, and hopefully they're also using this data to improve their advertising. So let's see here. How did you hear about DocSend? I got a referral from a colleague. So where is that? Partner referral, recommendation from a friend or colleague. How do you plan to use DocSend? Okay, now I'm starting to see what I saw in that drop-down menu with the ABM motion. I'm going to say that I am sales and business development. Okay. Founder raising capital. Okay, now this is kind of interesting because this is alluding to a particular type of persona. So maybe I'm a founder in a startup company, I'm raising capital, and I might be using this to track how many investors are actually reading my pitch deck. And I think they spend a lot of effort on their website speaking to this persona, and I think they do it very well. I'm going to leave that blank, and I'm going to leave everything else blank, and let's go. So now let's see what happens in step 2. Okay, now invite my team. So gain strategic advantages with teammates. So already I see some kind of land and expand stuff happening. I'm going to invite my colleague Emre here. I think he's going to like this. And I'll leave it at that. It says you can invite teammates with your advanced plan. So now it seems that I'm heading into an advanced plan, whatever that might mean. Great, let's keep going. Extensions, so what is that? Oh, install the extension. Okay, let's get the Gmail extension. Oops, pop-up was blocked. I'm not sure. Okay, look, something happened here, but it looks like I'm already into the product. So now I'm on DocSend.com/start. And now it's time to upload a document. So I'm going through a tutorial here, and one thing that I immediately like is I can already sense this time to first value. They want to get me to upload a document as quick as possible so that I can experience it. I can experience the aha moment, the light bulb. Oh, look how cool this is. So right now they're going to take me through a 5-step tutorial. So let's just go through this. Get started, upload your document in the content tab. You can upload directly from your computer, blah, 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 blah. Next. Okay. Create links with DocSend or Gmail or Outlook. So now here's how you create the link. They're giving me a quick tutorial. This is really, really nice. All I have to do is just sit back and watch this. It looks pretty straightforward. I adjust some settings. I transform a document into a link, and now I have a link. Cool. Next, what do? I track. So now they're going to show me, once I send that document link out to people, here's the kind of analytics I'm going to see. So this is really, really cool. So I've identified myself as a sales biz dev. So maybe I'm sending out some case studies to prospects. And now I can actually see not only who opened it, but actually how much time they spent, how many times they opened it or came back to it and looked at it. This looks really, really awesome. Let's keep going. Control. Okay, now we're going into the security area. So now we can manage who can see what. Maybe there's some sensitive information. Maybe I want to make this expire. Maybe I want to limit how much resharing people can do. Anybody who uses Google Docs and who knows about sharing and permission there probably knows how to work with this. So this is also giving me a little bit more comfort that my documents might not just go, out in the wild somewhere and be uncontrolled. And now I'm at step 5. So get started with an example document. Okay, this makes it even easier. So I don't know, let's just download something and look at it. Let's just use the Welcome to DocSend deck. So I'm going to imagine that this is one of our sales decks. And now I'm at the document command center. And I think I'm going to go through the same steps that I just did. So yeah, this is all the same stuff. I'm going to buzz through this. And here we are. I'm now in the product. I'm in a product-led growth environment. I'm using it. I can even see that this document is right now processing. So I can see some little progress bar moving. Whoa, there it goes. Done. Content successfully processed and ready for sharing. Cool. Okay, so now what do? Let's create a link here. Okay, account. Okay, hop online. And required email to view, fine, expires tomorrow. That's good. Access control, add my watermark, I can make an NDA required to view, and now I'm going to create a link. So just like that, in about, 5 minutes after signing up, I have already created my first document link. So my time to first value was about 5 minutes. And maybe I rushed it, but still, that's impressive. All right, so now what do? Copy this link and start sharing it, I guess. So now I'm going to share this with prospects, and then I'm going to start enjoying all this stuff. So let's just peek at the dashboard to just see what that might look like. That looks really cool. These are not real people, of course, but this is intent right here. This is another form of intent data on my documents. So I can see who has visited, how long ago was it, and how many times they visited. Here I can see some stats, and this is awesome. So right away, I was able to skip a 1-hour sales demo because I probably would have been bored or I don't really feel like being pitched to right now. I went right into the product, and I'm creating my first link in 5 minutes. So there's one other thing. First, I want to say congrats here. This is a great example of product-led growth because the time to first value is very short and it's very concrete. If the folks over at DocSend see that my first link has been created, then what are they going to do? Well, if I'm a 1,000-person company, I hope somebody's going to be calling me on the phone in a minute or emailing me. If I'm a 10-person company, maybe just let them keep playing in the sandbox. So now I want to suggest something that they may or may not be doing, and that is enrichment. That's enrichment. So let's say they've got from me, they've got my name and they've got my email address. They've got some other information about how I plan to use DocSend. But how would they score me as a lead? Am I a high-quality lead? Am I a potential enterprise customer? Or am I a small fish? I'm going to jump now over to let's see, I'm going to get out of here and I need to get back to their marketing website. So I'm going to log out of here and let's get back to where we started, which is basically just here at the home page. Okay, that worked. Now I'm going to peek at the pricing, and there's so much you can gain about a whole company's go-to-market strategy by just looking at the pricing page. We have 3 paid plans: personal, standard, and advanced. And I imagine this is low touch, product-led growth, low sales touch stuff. And then we have enterprise, which says contact us for pricing. So I imagine that the people that are going to ask for a demo, they really want these to be enterprise customers so that they can utilize their sales force, the time of their sales force, in the best way possible. But what if an enterprise lead decides, I don't want to do a 1-hour pitch? I kind of know what I need. I just want to dive in. So there's probably a lot of enterprise leads that would start a free trial. But how do they know? How do they know that me with my email address is a 1,000-person company? That's enrichment. So I'm going to go over to a tool that one of our favorite data enrichment tools is this one. It's called Clearbit. What they can do is at the time of capturing the email address in that free trial sign-up flow, take the email address and enrich it using a tool like Clearbit so that you can find out, based on this email address, we know really the full name of the person, we know the company, we know the role of this person, we can confirm that the role of that person matches up to their departmental use case, which we saw, but most importantly, employee count. So if I see that this is up to 1,000 employees, let's say 251 to 1,000 employees, well, that might just be exactly what I'm referring to here when they ask, do you have a big team? How big is big? I don't know, 500, 1,000, but that's where enrichment comes into play. Because if somebody signs up for a free trial, and I imagine that the majority of their conversions on a daily basis, meaning the majority of all of this PPC ad spend is generating free trial conversions. So how do you cherry pick the enterprise leads out of your product-led growth conversion flow? It's with enrichment. So when you see that something gets enriched and there's a flag that says, oh, Paris is actually leading a sales team inside of a company that has over 1,000 employees, then you need to trigger the CRM to pick up the phone and call, or to immediately send some personalized outreach. And this is how you can actually combine product-led growth with account-based marketing through enriching your product-led growth flow and then cherry-picking out enterprise leads as they come in real time. I hope DocSend is doing this. If they're not, I hope that they're listening to this so they can start trying to do it. But this is, I believe already they're doing a great job here of combining bottom-up product-led growth with top-down account-based marketing. I would only just really, really hope that they're taking the extra step to do this enrichment. And I'm sure it's going to pay off hugely. and even increase the ROI that I'm sure they're getting already from this 6-figure monthly ad spend. All right, that's all I've got for today. I hope you enjoyed it. Look forward to the comments. Bye.